enjoying life and going with the flow.
All right, we are now live and we are on episode 17. We're going to get our guest. Oh, all right.
Hello. How's
How's
it
it
going?
going?
Is that going to work?
Yeah, turn it sideways though.
Got it.
Yeah, that way.
Yeah.
Thank you.
There we go.
Thank you. Because then it's the same camera angle from mine and yours.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be sideways, wouldn't I?
But awesome. So you got some titles, I see. Tell me about
Yeah.
those.
Had to be done, yeah. Got the DOA championship on my left, current DOA champion. This one's a bit of a, like, on the trophy case, no longer active, but it's the Young Lions championship. It was changed to the Cray City championship. I made it into my own belt.
Okay. The promotion changed.
The belt was like it was retired, and then it was replaced by another belt.
Okay. All right. Got it. Okay. All right. So you were the last champion then.
Yeah, I was the last Young Lions champion. I was the longest reigning Young Lions champion in UBW in its 10-year history.
Really?
And then when I lost it, they
How
changed.
long did you hold it for?
Just over a year.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Tell me about that. How did you win?
It was a good run. It was my first title that I won. It was a match that was like stipulated around my character. It was like a crazy street fight. It was the first one, and yeah, had a back and forth, had a feud with a guy, and came out on top, and that was my first belt, and that was and
Nice.
this exact same belt. This is why this belt is special to me. Well, I'm glad I got to keep it because I took it out to the United States in 2023, defended it, and brought it back. So, so it's got a bit.
Okay. Cool. So you've defended it internationally.
Yeah.
That's
in
awesome.
Florida, to be exact.
Florida. Okay. Cool. Florida's a nice place.
Yeah, I loved it when I went there. It was amazing.
Yeah. So, all right. How did you get started with pro wrestling?
Well, I watched it as a kid a lot, with my dad, like we all did, I suppose. And then as a teenager, I sort of came away from it for a bit. I was kind of doing other things. And then, like in early adulthood, I was in that place where I just kind of wanted to do something else, or I just wanted something new. And I just came across like a poster or a sign or something, and I thought about it to myself. I just got back into watching it. It was during that like 2010 Hogan and Bischoff era of TNA. And yeah, I found a school and I thought I'd give it a try. It was first training session free, and I thought, okay, I've got nothing to lose trying it out, and here I am over a decade later.
Wow. That sounds like it's a very recurring theme that I'm hearing from different wrestlers that I'm interviewing and talking to and doing these podcasts with. Is it a lot of them are starting because they see a literal sign for a school and then they just go and try it out. And that just it's crazy how life will literally give you signs. You know?
Yeah, especially when you learn how to listen. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So, all right, what has been your favorite match you've had so far?
Oh, actually, funnily enough, it was actually the match where I lost this. It was a year on. We'd done a Cray City street fight again, because the ending of the first Cray City street fight where I won it in real bad guy fashion, we got the chairs out and we were going to attack the guy, and Arthur Scurro came and made the save, and then this culminated in like a year-long feud where we made it come full circle. 1 year on, same venue, Cray City street fight, and it was just like the greatest hits. It was all like funny moments, catchphrases, all sorts of things that had gone on over the year. We just put everything in there. We had funny stuff, we had serious stuff, we had holy shit. I hope I can swear on this.
No, you got, I don't care.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
It culminated with myself going through the table with my own finisher, and that was the end of my run. And I really couldn't have asked for a better way to end the story, really, because it was I was the bad guy, he was the good heel, he was the face, and I think we just told such a good story of like he overcomes all these sort of odds, because me and my bodyguard bouncer at the time was beating him up and always getting the upper hand on him, and he sort of comes out on top, and it was just momentous sort of thing. So I was pleased with how it all came out.
Okay. So do you usually play the heel?
I was for quite some time. Now I'm a face normally.
Okay. Which one do you prefer?
Oh, I like being over and I like being booked. You know, at the moment I am quite enjoying being a face, even though I feel kind of not used to it. It's funny how like way back when I was first starting out, I tried to be a face and it kind of was lukewarm, and then found myself as a heel, but then became so heel and got all the catchphrases together and all the things. I feel like I've gone so heel on face now, and like in more than one place, I've like turned face kind of organically because people just they enjoy the character and the
Mm.
catchphrases.
And
So
I
yeah,
think people enjoy the story of a bad guy becoming a good guy and standing up to the good things, you know?
yeah,
Um, so it's pretty easy to go. I would think, you know, it's relatively easy to go from heel to face, you know, if it plays right, if you can play it
yeah.
out right.
People like it. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's surprising that anything can be a face if people like it.
right. So, all right. Do you have any favorite moments or memories from training that you'd like to share?
Well, from training, definitely a big highlight is in 2023, going back to when I went out to Florida. I trained under Alex Porto, learned a lot from him. That was a great experience. I also, me and a bunch of the students at his academy went to a WWE NXT house show. Um, so that was a good experience. That was a good learning experience, to watch it with someone like him and listen to his pointers, and that was definitely irreplaceable.
Okay, awesome. If you could have a dream match with anybody, who would it be?
Oh, that's a good one. I think if it can be anyone, active, inactive, I think Stone Cold Steve Austin. To be honest, I think a good Crazy City Street fight with Stone Cold Steve Austin would be, enough to make the world stop.
I think that would be fun. Who? Why would you choose Stone Cold?
He's a big influence of mine, I'd say, and I think our characters, in the same way that you'd want Sting and the Undertaker dream match, because they're like the same but different. Like, and I think
Mm.
it's interesting, because he'd be doing his thing, I'd be doing my thing. I think the characters would clash so well, partly because they're quite similar.
Okay, so you said that Stone Cold was like an influence towards your character.
Yeah. Wrestling and everything. Yeah, definitely one of. Yeah.
Okay, what what was the reason why you felt so compelled to make to why was he your inspiration? What about it?
Mainly the not giving a fuck attitude.
All right.
No shit from anybody. Just it's that identity, that persona, that for me is my forte. Like I'm not like a crazy high flying flippy crazy athlete. I'm not too bad at like athletic stuff, but I'm not the best in the world at that. But I love the whole like identity thing, the personality thing, the charisma thing. Just playing that part that like he does things and says things that you would want to do. You know what I mean? Like he especially when he's attacking his boss and things like that. It's a relatable character as well. I think.
Definitely a relatable character. He's kind of like an everyday man, you know.
Yeah.
Uh, except obviously he's a badass and a lot bigger and a lot stronger than a lot of people, you know.
Yeah,
But
he's a good mixture of relatable, but then what people want to be.
right, exactly. And I feel like that's kind of what wrestling's all about, is creating that blur between reality and fiction, and like superhuman almost,
Yeah.
as opposed to fiction. But
I'm a big
yeah.
fan of things that feel quite real as well. Like I
Mm.
like that.
All right. So this is gonna be a fun question. If you could eat only one meal for the rest of your life, what would it be?
I've been eating a lot of chicken and potato salad at the moment. I think that would tide me over. Oh, yeah, as I've been bulking a lot lately, so I've been on the chicken and potato salad a lot because it's easy, easy to take to work and things like that.
Yeah, for sure. And it's filling. It's got all the nutrients.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
right. All right. So if you could be any animal, what animal would you be?
Oh, maybe a wolf or a lion or something.
Why is
That'd be
that?
fun. Oh, it'd be fun. I think and it'd be you'd not be you wouldn't have to be so worried about being, killed by other animals. You'd be the one doing the killing, really.
Yeah, that's true. You'd be the king of the jungle at that point. All right, cool. So, where do you see your wrestling career going from here?
I definitely can't make any promises about exactly when, but 100%. I've been saying it for a while since I went. I do want to go back to America. Would love to go back to Florida. Realistic again, I'm not writing it in stone, but realistically, hopefully, maybe 2026 in the summertime. Um, I wrestled in Ireland last year. Gained a bit of experience at the top training school out there. So like if I can, I'd like to explore all different countries, over Europe and stuff like that. I'd like to get out to as many places as I can. At the moment, I'm training at London School of Wrestling, which belongs to Rev Pro, which is like the top promotion in the country. So I'm focusing on the training at the moment, just gaining as much as I possibly can from that, and just developing as much as I can.
For sure. Do you have any favorite moves or signature moves that you like to do?
Yeah, I got like some people call it the curtain call, which is like I tend to use it as like a falsie sometimes, which is like you start off like a inverted DDT scorpion death lock type position, and then jump, elbow drop. So
Okay.
got
I'm gonna want to see a clip of that.
I'll send you.
If I can find one, I'm gonna put it into this.
Yeah. There's a good one of me and RJ Singh. He's another huge name in British wrestling. There's a good clip of me doing it to him. I think it might be the best clip I've got of that.
Yeah, if you want to send me that, I'll just like add it into this.
Nice.
And then people can see it too. Because I feel like that's something that's gonna be a lot better as a visual than it would be as explaining it. You know? Because like you could tell me how horrific it might be, how much it might knock them out, but if I see it, it's gonna have way more impact. And I feel like that's kind of a big thing that I see as well. Is like people will see the impact with their eyes. They're gonna see the storyline with their eyes as opposed to hearing it. It's like more impactful when you see it as opposed to just listening to it.
Very, very visual person as well. I learn quite visually as well, so I get what you mean, definitely.
Yeah, and then it just like it's one of those holy shit moments, like where you see how painful it is,
Yeah. I like things that look quite devastating without having to actually be quite devastating. I think that final cut is quite like that.
Yeah. All right, cool. So have you had any? Okay, so we went into who you would compete against if anybody. You said Stone Cold. So what if you could have any kind of match, like any kind of specialty match? What would it be?
Oh, I think I'd take the Crazy City Street Fight to a whole nother level, where like would you be going everywhere, doing everything, could even take it over the top and get on some public transport or something,
Okay. So you would just have it be a street fight.
I think so, yeah. There's others that I would be interested in. I've always been interested in like a cage match and things like that. But yeah, Crazy City Street Fight is quite near and dear to me because I'll put things.
Oh yeah, it would definitely be epic. It would make it onto a top 10 list.
Yeah, nice.
All right. So, do you have anyone else that you would like to compete against?
I think AJ Styles would be a good one.
AJ Styles. All right. What kind of match would you like to compete with him in?
I think that could just be a normal match. I think that would be good enough, like because he's just a great sort of wrestler,
Yeah.
Try to play with him on that,
Okay. Cool. So, what kind of things do you do for the training to prepare yourself to get ready for a match?
Well, we've got like a really, really good academy here in not too far from where I live in Hitchin. We've got like a 3-story gym. It's an incredible facility. We've got the ring up all the time, and I try and get some ring time. Sometimes, you know, the person I'm facing or whatever, we might try and get down, get some ring time, get practicing some things. I record it on my phone, watch it back. I like to be prepared, you know, especially if it's going to be a big match, and just keeping myself active, you know, hitting the gym, getting the steps in, eating right, and attending training sessions as often as I can, you know.
All right, cool, cool. What matches do you have coming up?
I have on the 16th, I'll be defending this belt, the DOA Adrenaline Division Championship. I don't know all the details just yet. I had a crazy match with a guy called Kai Payne last Saturday, who I've known for like 10 years. So I had like two match graphics side by side, one in 2015, one in 2025. And we, you know, had a really, really good one last Saturday. So again, nothing written in stone yet. I'm hoping to go back with him again and tear it up, because he's one of those guys I feel got chemistry. We always have a good match. Had a really good one, like I mentioned earlier, when I dropped this belt. Well, even though I got to keep it with Arthur Scorrow. Would love to tear it up with him again in a way that makes storyline sense, definitely.
Right. All right. Cool. Um, I mean, do you have any other stories or experiences you want to share about your journey as a wrestler?
Yeah, I mean, like, specific stories, you know. Yeah, just preparing for that street fight was yeah, just getting everything done in time, getting all the bits and pieces. We had, yeah, all the different props, all the different, you know, like pool cues and everything that could go with my gimmick, you know. Um, Catchphrases, road signs with my catchphrases on them. And yeah, just the whole going out to America was just something special. You know, I've talked about it on other podcasts. Like I think within about like 3 days of being there, I think I got there on like the Thursday or the Friday, and then like Friday and Saturday I wrestled for two different places, and then Tuesday I was training with Alex Porto, and then the next Saturday I made the most of the short time I was there. I was out, you know,
Mm-hmm.
at any UK house show. Um, yeah,
All
only thing
right.
I didn't do was meet Hulk Hogan, but I came close. I can at least say I came close.
Yeah, at least you came close. Maybe next lifetime, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That was a
But
shock moment.
plenty of stars out there. You can always be the next Hulk Hogan. Yeah.
He gassing me up.
Um, so all right, if you could give advice to someone just starting out in pro wrestling, what would it be?
Definitely be prepared to make a lifestyle out of it. Be prepared to have your diet and your gym life and your training life as all part of the same. I don't think of it as something you go and do once a week or at the weekend, but make it as a lifestyle. You know what I mean? Make yourself a wrestler before you even become one. Best thing you can do is have the best attitude in the world. You know what I mean? You could have everything else if you don't have the right mindset, or if you rub people the wrong way, or if you get ahead of yourself. It's good to have confidence, but you got to have it in the right amounts, and you got to be able to network and be someone that people can work with. You know, I think that's
Mhm.
sometimes the most important thing.
Sounds like a balance, a little bit of
Yeah,
a balance. Yeah. Because you do want to have that over the top, you know, that yourself up to 11, you know, turned up to 11, turned up to 12, you know, instead of a 10. Um, so I get that. It sounds like it could very easily come across being overconfident where you're just like playing into your character. So
yeah. Yeah, it's an
yeah.
environment where everyone's trying to be the best version of themselves. So it's understandable that sometimes people might step on each other's toes, but you know, with age and maturity, you understand each other better, I suppose.
And there's probably a lot of unsaid communication, like nonverbal communication, cues, whatever, that you're gonna just, you know, be able to work off of each other and be able to see, like, okay, I did that too hard, or this I probably should have done that way. Like, there's probably a lot of nonverbal communication involved.
Yeah,
Is like what
it's
do you have
amazing.
any examples of that?
Yeah, it's amazing how much you can read off of someone just in an instant. And I think one thing that I always try and whenever I like in the event I'm coaching people or taking training sessions, like a surprising, really helpful thing is eye contact sometimes, especially with sequences that are very, 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 fast paced. It's that little bit of contact, like, okay, he's ready to duck, I'm ready to jump. We're not going to smash into each other.
Yeah,
like that.
be able to coordinate it better. So you said you have a match coming up, but you don't know who you're defending your belt against. Is that a normal thing?
Not always, no. Like sometimes some things you find out on the day, some things like well in advance. But I think all the details are still being ironed out because it's I mean it's going to be quite an interesting sort of turn of events. I think there's a lot of storyline stuff going on.
Okay. Well, I mean, if it all plays in with the storylines and it works, then I guess it works. But
That's it.
Yeah. All right. So, what has been the best title match you've had so far? Your favorite one?
Oh,
I know you talked about when you won that belt, but is there another one?
yeah. Well, when I lost the belt was probably my favourite match I've probably had. That was like main event Crazy City Street Fight. I won the DOA Adrenaline Division Championship recently in a triple threat match. That was definitely one. I've got a short clip of that on my Instagram as well. That was one of my favorite ones as well.
Awesome.
I've
All
got
right.
the whole of my run as Young Lions champion on my YouTube channel as well. So that's
We're gonna have to check it out. I'm gonna link your YouTube in the description so that way other people can see it as well. And all right. So where do you want people to find you when after they watch this episode? We got your Instagram, we got the YouTube channel. Do you got Facebook, TikTok? Where else?
yeah, I'm on everything. Yeah, Instagram
Everything?
at Vinny Cray Official, YouTube Vinny Cray Official, Facebook Vinny Cray Official, Twitter Vinny underscore Cray underscore, TikTok Vinny Cray Official. So yeah.
Awesome. All right. If you want to send me all those links, I will make sure they're in the description. And then what I want to do is sometime after you defend your title on the 16th, we'll do another one of these and you can tell me all about the match.
Nice, that sounds good, man. Yeah, man.
Awesome.
Only other little couple of bits I wouldn't mind touching on is just like little charity works I've done.
Yeah.
I'd love
Tell
to
me.
mention. Yeah. Recently, earlier this year, I basically I suffer from eczema. I don't know how you pronounce it in America, like eczema or something, like a skin condition. And I've had it since I was like 15 years old, and it's always been like one of them things where like it's come and gone, but I never would have thought it would have got as bad as it did. And long story short, I spent a couple of nights in the hospital, and this culminated in me deciding to do something to raise a bit of money and awareness for National Eczema Society, who I reached out and contacted. They're like the biggest, charity in the country for that type of thing, and they were really happy with the idea. And I combined it with a show that I was doing, raised a bunch of money for that for National Eczema Society. So I was very, very pleased about that. Later on, not too long ago, literally a couple of weeks ago, we done like a show where we were all sponsored by all different groups, different community groups. I was sponsored by a alternate learning provider called Darwin Education. That the lady who runs that, Natalie, was really, really nice. Made a couple of like fun TikToks, raised a bit of awareness for it. So
Nice.
if I'm going to mention some of our accolades or achievements, and I definitely want to mention those two things in that.
Of course, of course. And if you want, if you still have links or whatever for people to be able to give to them, include those in the links you send me. And then I'll put
definitely. Yeah. If you sort of, if you connect that story in any way, because since I've done the whole eczema charity thing, the amount of people that have eczema, the amount of people that have come up and said something that like, blows my mind. So definitely. Yeah. If you want to,
I'll throw it in the description with everything else. And then that way, anybody who feels compelled, they have the ability. So
no.
Awesome.
Thank you. I appreciate you giving me the platform for that.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for taking the time today. And
thank you as well.
I'm glad we were able to finally make it work.
Yeah,
and we will do more in the future for sure.
Brilliant. I'll be happy to come back on, man.
Awesome. I will let you know when I have this all uploaded. It'll probably be a couple days, but I'll send you a Spotify link and then YouTube And yeah, so
Nice.
awesome. Well, enjoy the rest of the day and again
You
soon.
too. Awesome. Thanks for having me
All
on.
right.
Just see you soon. Bye.
Of course.
Step in the ring, it's about to get wild. Main event minds bring the heat and the